Alright YouTube, so I'm back to talk about my usual thing I talk about in these style vlogs, movies, but particularly this one's going to be about movies from the year 2010, and the reason for this is because it is the year 2025, so a lot of big movies from 2010 came out, and you know, it's the 15-year anniversary. But I'll say when I was scrolling through movies that came out in 2010, because gotta remember, because I can't always remember years movie came out, but I will say that there were a ton of great movies. When I went on Google and saw like top picks that were suggested for me, I was like, wow, this must have been a terrible year for movies, very underwhelming. Then I go to an official website to see movies that came out in order, and I'm like, wow, this year was incredible. We'll start by talking about movie number one, Inception by Christopher Nolan, which was an incredible movie. I saw it in the year 2020 on Netflix, which was the 10-year anniversary, and that's the 15-year anniversary, so I doubt they'll re-release it to theaters, but hopefully they hear that and take reverse psychology and release it to theaters again. So Inception could probably have its own Jones Beach style vlog review, so I'll keep it short and say that it's just like, you know, another great film by Nolan. So while I usually talk about, you know, positive things about lots of movies and movies I love, there was one movie that came out in 2010 that was dreadful. I was fortunate enough not to see too much of this movie, but even at age 9, I was still, like, you know, not impressed at all by the movie, which was the Avatar live action movie, which is one of the lowest rated movies on IMDb, I believe, which is an interesting website. But yeah, point is, this movie did not go over very well. Now, a movie that I remember as a little 9-year-old that intrigued me was The Sorcerer's Apprentice. When I first heard of it, I don't remember what I thought about it at the age of 9, except I thought it was, like, you know, fun. And a few years later, when I was just searching up movies that I could remember from my childhood, I saw this had a fairly low rating, and, you know, being the weird 12 or 13-year-old I was upset that this movie had low ratings, because needless to say, I didn't have the movie critical thinking skills I have now. And by that I mean I didn't formulate movie opinions as well as I do now, because back then I sort of, you know, saw reviews that if I liked a movie and had bad ratings, I'd feel embarrassed. Now I don't care at all, because, you know, I like a movie, and it's like, you know, sometimes movies have bad reviews that I like, and that's, you know, just, it is what it is. I remember the movie starring Jake Gyllenhaal, The Prince of Persia, got pretty mixed reviews. Personally, I remember enjoying it, but I'll watch it now, it might not be the same, but I do have some of the Legos from that series, which was definitely cool. I believe it was a video game and a book series as well, which was definitely pretty cool. I do remember enjoying the books. Maybe if I dig through my library, I'll find them. Next up, the very first Despicable Me. Hard to believe that it's already been 15 years since this incredible series. I've enjoyed a lot of Despicable Me movies, especially the one that came out last year, but the first one's an animated classic, even though it's only 15 years old. Needless to say, very funny, entertaining, great movie that I still have fond memories of to this day. Speaking of which, I know one of my theaters is releasing The Rise of Gru, which I was not fortunate enough to see, but you know, now that it's coming back to theaters, I'm going to check it out. On the subject of animated movies, we have How to Train Your Dragon, which I absolutely loved, and I especially loved the live action because it was exactly the same as the animated. You know, you got to take that lesson. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Just make the visuals cool in live action and create the same story as the animated, and you're good. Last but not least, we have The Black Swan, which I did not see but have heard nothing but incredible things about. I really enjoy sort of the little bits I've heard about this movie, about sort of the plot lines behind it, which I'm kind of blanking on how to explain without a script, but here it's coming back to my theaters close by, so I'll check it out then. And until then, this has been just random thoughts on 2010 movies. So was I cooking with this vlog, or did I fail? I don't know, but until then, stay tuned for soon. Goodbye.